you. Can I get a large iced coffee with coconut and cream, please? That's gonna be all. Thank you. Thanks. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks, you too. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. So we are headed to town this morning. Well, actually it's almost noon. Because I have to pick up my Azure Standard order, which I might talk about them a little bit later if you don't know what they are, or what that is. So anyways, we're going to do that. I want to look at possibly getting some sweet corn because it's sweet corn season here in Central PA. And I have the kids with me today, like normal. I stopped and got a coffee. I have a coffee shop pretty close to my house, and I have not stopped there in a very long time. So I decided to stop this morning and get some. It is quite delicious. I love coconut in my coffee. I know that's like probably a weird thing, but that's what we're going with today. It's nice and light and summery. But anyways, so I thought I would bring you guys along and we'll kind of see what the day holds for us, and hopefully you guys enjoy the vlog. So today was such a lovely day, and while we were out and about, it turned into a little bit of a spontaneous day, which was great. I needed that and my kids needed that, so that was perfect. Also, excuse the dirty windshield. It's summer and the bugs are out in full force right now. But anyways, we stopped and picked up my Azure Standard order first, and a truck, like a semi, just drops off this order at like a local meeting spot that is set up, which I'll explain to you guys kind of later. So it's not like it's at a store or anything in particular. And then after we picked up my order from Azure, we also stopped at a playground. That was a little spontaneous, but it was lots of fun and gave the kids some time to get some of their energy out and some time to enjoy the lovely day. Hey you guys, so we're home, as you might have guessed, and yes, I'm sitting on my kitchen floor. It is now 3 o'clock and I got the kids put down for naps. We came home, we ate lunch. The house is a little bit of a disaster. That's kind of an understatement. It's actually a lot of a disaster. But while they're napping, I have a quick, tiny organization project that I want to do. Something that kind of often gets overlooked, and I will jump to that in a little bit. But I thought I would sit down and tell you a little bit more about Azure Standard in case you have not heard of them before. So I'm sure many of you have, because if you're watching my channel, you probably like homemaking content, cooking, baking, like more natural living style things. Maybe you don't, but that's kind of what I tend to share, so it's probably what you enjoy. But Azure Standard is a company that you can order from online, and I believe all of their products are organic, or if not most of them, and you can order it and have it shipped right to you. But they also have these things called like drop points, and you have to see if there's any in your area. For me, there's one that's about 10-15 minutes away, and if you have your stuff shipped to a drop point, a truck will come to wherever that is, if it's a church parking lot or whatever, and drop off a large order of stuff for people in the local area. It comes once a month, and the shipping is, I'm not sure if it's a flat fee or if it's a smaller percentage, but it's a lot cheaper than having your stuff, especially like potatoes. I got 20 pounds of potatoes, and potatoes are heavy, so that would be really expensive for me to ship straight to my door. So it's a lot cheaper for me to ship it to my drop point, or to the drop point that's near me. And the reason that I ordered through Azure Standard for potatoes, that sounds like the randomest things, right? Like, why can't you get those at the grocery store? But this is a little side story. I hope you don't mind the chat. This might be a little bit of a chattier vlog. But anyways, recently I was talking to some family of mine, and Nelson's more like his family, but I guess they're mine too. And we got talking about agriculture and food and vegetables and all that kind of thing, and it's taken me a while to switch over to better eating and even figure out what is the type of eating that I want to eat, like what is actually nutritious food and what isn't. So I switched to buying organic potatoes because my brother-in-law was telling me how they actually get all the like the big mass potato farms, how they have all their potatoes ready to harvest at one time. So when a potato is ready to be harvested, it like the top plant, because the potato is a root, hence the name root vegetable, so the top plant dies, I guess you call it, and the potato basically eats that plant. Like the plant goes back down in the ground pretty much. The potato eats it up before it's ready to be harvested, I guess. I've never planted potatoes. This is what he was telling me. And he's a farmer and has like been around farming his whole life, so I definitely trust what he's saying. So anyways, these like big farms that need to harvest all their potatoes at the same time, they spray their potatoes, their whole crop, with some sort of pesticide to kill the plant so that they all die off at the same time and can all be harvested at the same time. But then the potato eats up that plant that was just sprayed with pesticide. So basically that's not good, because you're getting all that in you, all those chemicals and things that have been linked to like Alzheimer's and dementia and neurological disorders, all that kind of stuff. So I was like, yeah, that's not good. And I think sometimes you know some of these things, or you know that maybe things aren't farmed or raised the best, especially when you're just like, say, going to Walmart and buying like a bag of potatoes, or buying it from your big box store and not knowing the farmer. And like I knew that, yeah, maybe it's not the best, but like when you hear these stories from an actual farmer and you know what they're doing to your food or what is being done to your food, if you're not purchasing it locally, it makes you think a little more, or at least it does to me. So I'm kind of slowly switching over to some more organic things. I can't do everything, like, you know, I'm on a budget. I don't have a ton of money to just spend and switch everything over at the same time, but little by little I'm trying to switch over certain parts of our home to healthier options or better options. So you guys have seen that here on my channel. Even starting like last year, I switched over my skincare products and my makeup, which I don't use a ton of it, but I switched over to cleaner products. And I love using essential oils. That's another thing I like to use as far as for cleaner products, and I try to source them from a brand that has testing done on their oils, that, you know, you can see that they're quality. Let me think, what else? Different things like that. Food is another big thing that I've slowly been working on switching. So all that chat to say, I started ordering from Azure Standard, and I have ordered some wheat berries from them before, and it's a lot cheaper to pick it up at a drop point than to ship 50 pounds of wheat berries, or 100 pounds or 150 pounds to your door. So I really like the system that they have set up. It's super duper easy to order. So if you're looking for a place to source great quality food, organic food, anything like that, check them out. I did, for around here where we're at for prices, Azure's price for organic potatoes is cheaper than Walmart. So I was getting organic potatoes from Walmart, but it's cheaper to get them through Azure, and they actually keep for a while as long as you keep them in like a cooler, dark spot. So we try to do that. I have some out here, but those are ones that are going to be used up kind of quickly. And then I keep like my back stock in a cool, dark room or area, pantry, whatever. So anyways, I did not buy the 50-pound bag just because I wanted to see. Right now we're not going through potatoes so fast with it being summertime. We're having lots of fresh fruits and veggies, but I know when those things are not as much in season or able to be purchased locally, we will be eating more potatoes because those keep throughout the winter, and then we'll switch to more like canned things. That's another thing I've kind of been experimenting with, is eating more seasonally. Not that I never buy produce from the grocery store. I actually do quite a bit. But eating a lot of things that are in season. So right now we have fresh peaches, and we just had fresh berries, and you know, all that stuff. And I like to do a lot of preserving so that we'll have it throughout the winter months, but it was like locally grown, seasonal to our area of where we live. And I know that all depends on where you live, but anyways, so let me stop chatting. I'll show you guys these potatoes. I just got 4 5-pound bags, because you could either buy them in 5 pounds or 50 pounds. They're really nice looking. I think there's yellow potatoes. Let me see here. And here's another bag. They look a little, each one looks a little different, but they're the same kind as far as I know. Yeah, yellow organic potatoes. And then I think I have one more in here. Yeah, one more in here. And then they also sent me a sales flyer for September, so that would be next month. Another thing that we have tried from Azure that we've really liked is their raw cheese. It was really good. I got some aged cheddar and it was delicious. I didn't get any this time. I was actually gonna get some salt, but they are currently out of stock, or it was out of stock when my order shipped. And like this order shipped last week because it comes on a truck from their warehouse out in the Midwest, and like he has other stops he needs to make. And I think here in PA is one of the last stops because the truck looked pretty empty. And then he'll head back to their warehouse or to their headquarters. So yeah, that tells you a little bit more about them. So if you're looking for a place to source great quality food, also they have produce, they have cool things like not hot, but cooled items, and then just like staples that don't need to be cooled, all of that stuff. So yeah, you can definitely check them out, and you don't have to have a membership or anything like that. You don't have to order every month, nothing like that. You can kind of just do as you want. If you have a local drop or a drop that's close to you, you can sign up for that and then just have your items come to that drop when you purchase it. But you'll just have to pick them up from the drop, if that makes sense. So anyways, I am going to set these aside. My house is a disaster, but I really want to get to some organizing, just a tiny project that I thought I would share with you guys. Today is turning out a lot different than what I planned. I didn't really have a plan, I guess, but we stayed in town longer because of going to the park, and that was so good. My kids loved it, and it was good for me too. So I'm gonna go into my bathroom and catch up, chat with you guys there, and I'm also gonna grab a cold brew. So I'll see you in just a second. Okay, so now I'm in the bathroom, sitting on the bathroom floor. But the project that I want to work on is I am going to organize this cabinet. I don't think I'm going to worry about the drawers, and this is going to be a small project. Let me move you guys over. Goodness. Anyways, this is a small project, but under here, whatever, is where I keep a lot of like back stock, shampoos, toothpaste, toothbrush, deodorant, all that kind of stuff. And I think for me, at least, if I do not go through it at least once every couple months, it can kind of become a mess. The kids got in here, I think some soap spilled, so I have a Norwex rag because I like using them in my bathroom. They just seem to pick up everything. And then I also have a essential oil blend. This one is called Peace. I don't know if it'll focus on it, but it's called Peace. It smells really good and kind of just fresh, clean. So I'm going to be using that just to give it a good clean smell, since I don't use a ton of cleaner and things like that. But anyways, I'm gonna go through here and maybe get rid of some stuff, reorganize it. I have 2 bins down here that I use for organizing, and I don't have any other organizing things right now, so it's kind of gonna stay the same way that it is, as far as I'm not purchasing any organization things for it, if that makes sense. But I'm gonna hop in, and hopefully maybe this is your motivation or your reminder to clean underneath your bathroom sinks and go through things, organize them, especially as it gets to fall. I know I like using fall scented things, either like soaps or, you know, all the jazz. So if this is organized, then I know what I have, or I know what I need, or I know what I don't need. So I'm gonna hop in. I made myself a coffee. I know, second coffee of the day, but in my defense, my kids drank like half of my other one, so it's not that much, and this one's homemade. So I'm gonna jump in and get this cleaned and organized, and then I don't know what we're gonna do next. That might be all for the vlog today, but we'll have to see. So part of the reason why I wanted to organize down here is because I noticed that something spilled, and I think it was some shampoo or soap, and so I wanted to get that cleaned up. And my kids have a habit, or Kai rather has a habit, of getting into the cupboard down here since it's under the sink, and I wanted to just make sure everything was cleaned out and that all the soaps or shampoos or things I had down here were things that were safe for him to be into. I try to do a pretty good job with being particular with the products I buy, but you know, you can't always be perfect, and sometimes things get given to you, or you just get accumulation of things that kind of get stuck either under a bathroom sink or a kitchen sink. So it was high time that this area was cleaned and sorted through. are no fancy bins. If you guys have watched my channel for a while, you know I love Dollar Tree when it comes to organization things, and so that's where I got these from. So I think when I got them they were still $1 a piece. Now they're probably $1.25. So it's not like they're super aesthetically pleasing, but they're white and simple and do a great job at holding all the different things that I need under my bathroom sink. So as you guys can see behind me, my house is seriously a disaster. But I'm gonna end the vlog here just because I have some editing I've got to get done so I can get a video up for you guys Monday. You'll be seeing this one in about a week and a half, hopefully. But I'm gonna end the vlog so I can work on the editing and maybe put a dent in the mess back there. But anyways, thank you guys so much for coming along with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. It was kind of a spur of the moment vlog. But I am trying to maybe show you guys real life and not just always have super fun, exciting things. I mean, I don't want to waste your time either, but my life isn't always going and thrifting and finding yard sale deals and this, that, and the other. Sometimes it's just like the simple daily grind of life, I guess. But isn't that how it always is for everybody? I think. Maybe not. Anyhow, I'm gonna end the vlog, but thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I will, if I remember, link Azure Standard down below in case you are wanting to check them out. And I'll also try to link the blend of essential oil I was using in my bathroom because I really like it for cleaning. So in case any of y'all are on the lookout, you can check out my link below. And I think it has a built-in discount code. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it does. So anyways, thanks guys again. I hope you have a wonderful week this next week, and I will see you guys hopefully next week with another video. Bye guys.